Salutare, sunt Denisa de la Știri și astăzi ne aflăm în Timișoara, unde vom discuta cu directorul general Deutsche Welle, Peter Limbourg, despre starea presei în era digitală și provocările cărora trebuie să le facă față. În spatele camerei se află colegul meu Rareș, care se asigură că totul merge în regulă. Interviul va avea loc în limba engleză. Rămâi informat, rămâi pe Știri.
Hi. Thank you for having us and welcome to Romania. How are you feeling here and how did you spend your first couple of hours in Romania or in Timișoara?
I'm feeling quite well. I'm very interested in the city Timișoara. I have to say the history is amazing and the buildings are amazing, so people are very nice. I'm happy.
We'll start with how the media is now perceived by young people, and I wanted to ask you, how do you view the evolution of news and media in the digital age, and how do you think it influences how young people consume information?
I think it has had a radical change in the last years, that from linear television or linear radio it comes to social media. And I think it is something which every news organization has to work on. So we have at Deutsche Welle, we are looking obviously to produce a lot of content for social media and to reach young audiences. So above 14 to 40 is our target group. And we just see that the older generation, yes, they still consume television, linear television, but the younger ones, mostly everybody consumes it by social media, YouTube or whatever, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, I don't know. So we have to take care of this, and so we have to produce for them, otherwise we won't reach them. And I think, yes, it has changed. Younger people tend to search their own stuff, what they're interested in, but that's fine, that's okay. And I've seen that there is no much difference, that even because you have such a great variety of choosing items from the internet, I see so many young people who have really a good education, a media education, but on the other hand, yes, one also has to take care that all these topics around fake news and disinformation have a bigger room now than maybe earlier, but this is another topic.
At Deutsche Welle, did you try something different or out of the box to reach young people now in the digital age? For example, I'm referring at TikTok.
Yes, we do a lot of TikTok, and we're doing it quite successful. I mean, it's always something where you have to do trial and error. If you just think, oh, we have a great TikTok strategy, but basically then nobody watches, then you have to just try it again. And it's a question of who is the personality presenting, what are the topics, and we are quite successful also with topics which are not only entertaining, because, well, this is easy, but we all want to have information transported, which is useful for our younger audiences. So we're quite happy that, for instance, with these short form videos, in India, just an example, we had one item with on the platform called Josh, which is the platform same as Twitter. But we had just with one video concerning the glass ceiling of women at work. So it's a pure information video, 87 million views for one video. And for an information video, this is big. And so I think we have to try, and we get success. And we have some brands now, like Berlin Fresh, which is quite well doing. Also, we're experimenting with Enter, which is quite well doing. But we see a lot of possibilities, and it's a total different way of consuming news. It's maybe not my personal way of consuming news, but it's a totally legitimate way. And if the younger audiences like it, then we do it.
And what about the trust in media? Because nowadays, in many places around the world, even in Romania, the trust in media and news has lowered, and especially for young people. And do you do something different for keeping the trust and credibility for young people and audience in general?
I think you have two different reasons for that. The one is a bit news fatigue, that people just tend to not like to hear any bad news again, and wars and pandemics and terror, all these kind of things, inflation, well, you all name it. Well, this is one reason. The other reason is that there is a loss of credibility because there is active disinformation against credible media from Russian sites, from other sites coming to discredit the media in also Romania, I presume, but definitely in Germany. So there is also a reason why some people say, oh, we don't trust the media anymore. Sometimes also the media gives itself a reason because they do not work maybe properly. And there may be too many errors, too less money in quality production. So I think these are three reasons bring this. So what are we doing? First of all, what we can do is try to work as accurate as possible. Secondly, we actively inform our audiences about disinformation and propaganda. And thirdly, we try to conquer a bit the news fatigue with constructive journalism. So not only telling what's going wrong, but also showing there are possibilities of changing it. This is basically the short form of constructive journalism. There are professors, they can do 90 minutes about it, but I tell you this one, and I think it's good if you try to give solutions also. So it's also solution-based journalism.
Do you have an advice for young people that want to have a career in media or news?
If you want it, do it. Just do it, and don't let you get disappointed because our media and journalism and we don't earn very much and it's all nobody believes us anymore, and don't believe it. If you're burning for journalism, it's the best job in the world. Yes, it's not easy. There were easier times with journalism, but well, when you're in young generation, it's your time now. Do it, and because we need journalists. We have so many activists. We have so many propagandists. We need journalists who try to make an effort to inform people, and not to agitate people, but to inform them. And this is something where I can just give the advice: if you want to do it.
Thank you. But can you share a fun or interesting experience that you have in your long career in journalism?
How many time do you have?
A fun fact, whatever you want.
Oh, a fun fact. Yeah, I mean, a fun fact is a bit difficult because in my position you don't always have fun, but the fun is working really with younger people and to choose the trainees which we have. We have a program for trainees which is about 10 to 12 people every year coming to us, and they come all over the world. From all over the world, and this is great to discuss with them and to pick the right ones. And so I think working with younger people is always fun. And the good thing is because yes, sometimes I have a lot of experience, but the younger ones have a lot of ideas, and they have a lot of knowledge about techniques, about things which I don't know. And so I think it matches great. So this is maybe not really funny story, but I should have been prepared for a funny story next time, okay?
Well, next time. What is a current issue or event in the world that concerns you now the most, and you think that young people should keep an eye on it because it can affect their future?
If you listen to strongmans, and if you believe that authoritarian regimes are the answer, there you should really be very careful. And it's about your freedom. I mean, we're older generation, yes, we had our lives and we were very lucky to have it in freedom, especially the past 30 years, in all over Europe, in the European Union, for instance. But now you have to really be very careful about democracy and freedom. And yes, what we witness today is very, very difficult, hard to understand, climate change, all these things, war, terror. Believe me, there are no easy answers. And if younger people do not believe in compromise, that it's not always, this one direction or this one direction, which is super, try to do compromises.
I wanted to ask you, because Deutsche Welle is 70 years old, if you have any memories from when you were younger or in school or in high school with Deutsche Welle, if you watched, for example.
Yeah, I came late to Deutsche Welle. I only had the privilege to work there the past 10 years, so I can't really I do not have so many experiences. Besides, maybe I know when my parents were diplomats and we lived in Greece, and these days Greece was a dictatorship, and so the first time that I've heard from Greek friends, we listen to Deutsche Welle, a Greek program, because they're the only ones who are giving us the real information and not the biased from the dictators, from the military junta. This is the first time I realized, there is a program which is aired from Germany into foreign countries, and people need it. And so I think this was my first experience, and so I remembered always Deutsche Welle, and now I'm happy to work with Deutsche Welle. For Deutsche Welle.
Thank you. And the last question is something fun. We want to know, what do you choose between Taylor Swift and Scorpions?
Taylor Swift. Absolutely, I'm a total Swiftie.
I agree.
I'm a total Swiftie. I always hated the Scorpions. They're really boring, and Taylor Swift is great. I really like her. It's not just saying it.
Well, she's coming to Europe next year.
Yes, but I can't afford the ticket. I have to see. She was in Europe this year also, in Hamburg, I think she was.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so, well, maybe I win a ticket or something.
Thank you. That was everything. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.